You got here on the sheet, easy. Terrion Arnold progress report. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Yeah, just, he's a rookie. Young kid. Kids get grades. Everyone's in school right now. I was wondering what you guys have thought of him so far throughout the season, the first quarter of the season. The starting quarterback for the Detroit Lions.
I mean, I'm impressed with him. I'm impressed with what he has done. Obviously, he stays in the hip pocket of receivers. He's making all these plays very tough for them. Obviously, he's a little handsy. He's getting these calls. You don't like to see that. He definitely needs to clean that up. But I'd rather him be getting pass interference calls than getting burnt by 20 yards like we saw last year out of Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs and those other guys. Having him there, at least he's there. At least he's there to make a play. We saw him go against a rookie, which is what he is, and shut him down. He shut down Marvin Harrison Jr. when he was called upon. The guys he's getting beat up by are the Mike Evans and the Cooper Kupps. And it's tough for a rookie receiver or a rookie cornerback in the NFL, no matter what. But when you're going up against some of the best receivers in the NFL and a Hall of Famer and a potential Hall of Famer in Cooper Kupp, you need to learn fast. Like, there's no really growing curve in the NFL. It's here you go, Rook, have fun. I think he's holding his own, but obviously he needs to clean up the penalties. And that's not all on him. They are a little ticky-tack, some of them, but some are pretty blatant.
Nick, you got money on it as a defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, one of the biggest bets I've ever made, easy. Don't remind me. No.
So you're not like it, you're not in love with it.
No, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I was expecting a pretty hot start, but I also thought this pass rush from the other outside of Aiden Hutchinson was going to be a little bit better, where we saw a lot of mistakes out of quarterbacks. To be honest, these wide receivers are like running into Terrion Arnold because around the league, they know Terrion's not getting his head around right now on the ball. And I think that's the biggest thing that he needs to improve upon, is just clearly getting his head around, because the ball's right there. He will get interceptions. He will get a lot of passes defended. If he just gets his head around, I think this is just a rookie learning curve that you've seen him go up against elite wide receivers throughout his first 4 NFL games, where when he gets this fixed, which is obviously maybe the biggest thing as a cornerback, getting your head around on these balls, especially when the quarterback's making a mistake and just giving his wide receiver a shot, compared to him getting ran into by the wide receiver, him getting around on that football is actually just going to come up so big for him, where he starts, instead of those PI calls, he's going to start getting interceptions.
Yeah.
And that's when this team and this defense, looks like pretty good, like borderline top 10, to like, holy shit, this defense, like, this is what we all raved about at the start of this season, the potential of this defense to be, top maybe 8 in the league if you're getting Terrion Arnold interceptions, to go along with Kirby, to go along with Hutch on a different level, Brian Branch.
Especially with Brian Branch coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you're 100% right. Like, I talked about it before, but that's what they do in college, and it pisses me off, to where they just face guard receivers. Like, cornerbacks don't even turn around and look for the ball. So he's got to get out of that habit. He's got to get out of that mode, and he's going to have to turn around and start playing the ball rather than playing the receiver, and he'll get less penalties and he'll get more interceptions. So, like, that's something he needs to be taught. It's something he's got to work on, because it's not something you're taught to do in college. You could look at any corner, unless you are Will Johnson or Travis Hunter. Like, cornerbacks in college more often than not face guard and don't even turn around for the ball. So he's going to have to start playing the ball more than playing the receiver. But I like that he's in the position to make a play at least.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too, is the fact that he's in the position is good enough. I think we talked about it a few weeks back. It's not like Jeff Okudah. And I don't even mean to throw like unnecessary shots at him, but like when you watched him play, at times he looked frantic. He looked lost. He looked like he's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Terrion, it's not that. And you're 100% correct. He's just not playing the ball. Just watching some stuff, he is out of phase, like in terms of like sometimes he gets lost in zone coverage at times. We've seen that in training camp as well. I'm not tripping on that. Again, this is his first year. I remember a guy named Darius Slay that was here that wasn't a first-round pick, that had that rough rookie season, but then came back and ended up becoming the All-Pro and Pro Bowler he ended up being. So far, I've had to get a letter grade to it, probably C+. And that's a passing grade.
Yeah.
But like you said, Spinny, as long as he's there to make the play, I have confidence that he could fix some of the silly mistakes he's doing. Which, I got to be honest, again, some of the stuff he is doing, I swear to God, you watch Sauce Gardner highlights.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
dude.
people
Sauce
are praising
grabs everybody.
Yeah, like that's where I get a little bit upset is that kind of stuff. But as long as he's there, I think he did a terrific job with Tyler Lockett. I couldn't even tell you how many catches he had in that game. Marvin Harrison Jr., he did a great job on. The one touchdown that was lit up, that was on Brian Branch and Carlton Davis. You could say he's a rookie, but I still think Marvin Harrison is pretty special.
He's a damn good player.
I think he's a touchdown in every single game outside the first one.
Why I said that is because although I'm not saying he's not a good player, he doesn't have the savvy of these other NFL veterans yet. And it's just rookie on rookie, going right at it. He's still a dog, though, for sure.
And since the first game, I got some stats here real quick online. So the first game, according to Next Gen Stats, or at least whatever they use on NFL Pro, I'm looking at his targets. He was targeted 10 times against the Rams, allowed 7 receptions. And we saw how that was operating, too. It was just quick, right to it. He used the man coverage.
Talk to her.
Yeah. The Buccaneers game, 2 for 2. 2 targets, 2 catches. They're both kind of ugly, I'm not going to lie. Both were also, though, to Mike Evans, who's one of the best to do it. The third game against the Cardinals, 8 targets, only 3 receptions. You see how they're progressing? Because even in the second game, although Baker didn't throw that much, not that many targets to begin with, just the 2 of them. 8 targets, a lot in the third game against the Cardinals, only 3 receptions allowed. 7 targets against the Seahawks. And, Geno had 56 pass attempts. They're fucking slinging that thing. Only 3 receptions allowed for 18 yards.
Yeah.
So although Geno had 506 on things, or no, I'm sorry, that's Kurt. Geno had what, 590 or 496?
Yeah. No. Did he?
I think he did.
He had that much?
I got to look at
I thought it was like 396.
It could have been 396.
Fellas, question on Terrion while you're looking it up.
395.
Yeah.
So although we had that, not a lot of those came against.
Eat shit, Nick.
I was still talking.
Yeah.
As long as, but
It was dead air. It was dead air.
This guy Nick goes.
All right. What were you going to say?
So although Geno had that 395, only 18 of those yards came against Terrion Arnold. And Tyler Lockett, maybe on the back half of his career, but they're promising things there. So C+ for me.
Yeah. C+, I think that's fair. I don't think you can get too mad. I would be right around there. It's a 2. C+, B-, like I said. Because he does need to clean some things up. Like we can be honest with ourselves that there are some things that Terrion Arnold needs to clean up. But he's a rookie, and you expected a growing curve, especially, like I said, this is the toughest position in the NFL to learn other than quarterback. Like, you start with your feet. You start running backwards against some of the best athletes on the planet. It's tough. It's tough to pick up, and you're not going to pick it up very fast. So I think he's doing well for the gauntlet that he's been going through. He's got a bye week this week where he can learn some things, watch some tape, study some film, listen to his coaching staff. And then he goes into Dallas, where Dallas only has CeeDee Lamb. So you bracket CeeDee Lamb, and then you let the Rook do what he wants and try to get some easy throws his way, where he can pick off. Watch a Terrion interception in Dallas.
And it goes without saying, like, because we've said it before, but the context is, okay, if you can't run the ball against this Lions team, you're going to pass this ball, and are you going to pass to a former Pro Bowler or a rookie? Like, so he is getting picked on and targeted. But my question is, based off of this first 4 games, what is a fair projection for him going forward? What is a fair expectation guideline, given how he's performed and what you can expect from him around playoff time for the Lions?
Around playoff time, I think he's going to be functioning at all cylinders and being an extremely important part of this defense. Going forward in his career, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be the cornerback 1 for the Detroit Lions for a long time. Like I see that out of him. I see the potential there. I see the playmaking ability he has, the ability to stay with receivers, and the ability to get his hand in there. Like I said, he's just got to clean up the passing or the PIs. Got to play the ball a little bit more. But he's got all the makings of what we expected him to be when we drafted him, which he's going to get there.
And obviously we got 13 games left. We got a bye week. Everybody get healthy, get right. Fellas, you guys know I made this bet before the year. He's got 13 games to get some numbers, to get some recognition as a really good cornerback in the NFL and a future defensive rookie in the year. Does he have a shot?
No.
What do you guys think his numbers look like in the next 13 games to close out his rookie season before the playoff run?
His numbers, I don't know. I think his penalties will go down, maybe 2 or 3 interceptions. I'd say 2 interceptions. He's a solid tackler. I don't want to guess his tackle numbers. It's a weird thing to play.
Hopefully
but
he's not tackling. Like,
hopefully,
too much.
hopefully he's not averaging too many tackles. But I could see him getting a couple picks this year, having a good season. I see it. I see it there. Like it's you can tell that he is going to be a good player in this league for a long time.
What was your question, Nick? I missed it.
Do I cash out on $11 or do I let my original bet ride?
What was the original bet?
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Want to say too much.
No, you should let it
It was like
ride.
90 something. It was some weird number. It was like 96 or something. I keep thinking everything's 96 right now, though, so I could be off.
I think it was something in the 80s.
86? What is it? Just say it.
Fuck it. 62.50.
Yeah, don't cash out for $10. What's $10 going to do? You let it ride.
Not shit. Let's
know
go.
it's-
We're letting it
Let
ride.
it ride.
Terrion Arnold, 5 picks, last 13 games. Let's go. Terrion, he takes over. Terrion time. Watch out. Ice on Terrion. Let's go, baby.
Easy. What do you expect from the rest of the season?
That's where I kind of want to take the conversation. I'm just curious. 'Cause it's not fair to have any answers right now. We don't know, obviously. But, like, are you comfortable with what he is as, like, your opposite corner
Yes, I am.
in a Super Bowl?
Yes, I am. I'm comfortable with this secondary to win us. You can win a Super Bowl with this secondary. Like they're only getting so much heat because the teams are throwing the ball so much against the Detroit Lions because they can't run it. So you have to throw, and obviously, if a cornerback's back there trying to guard against 45 to 50 pass attempts, yeah, he's going to get beat a couple times. It's going to happen. So, yes, I am extremely comfortable with Terrion Arnold being the number 2 cornerback in the Super Bowl run this year.
Yeah, that one, I liked our defense, honestly. As long as most people stay healthy, I love Brian Branch. You guys obviously know I love Kirby Joseph as well. So I think we'll be suitable for any type of challenge no matter what. And I do agree that he will grow throughout the season. I think he's a smart player. That's one of the things that Nick Saban kind of pointed out about him. That's one of the things, like, you kind of just tell about him if you listen to all his pre-draft interviews or even after he got interviewed. And you don't carry yourself with that much confidence if you're not sure of yourself putting in the work unless you're just delusional. And I don't think he's delusional. I think he's a hard-working kid.
Yeah.
How many interceptions the last 13 games of the season? His rookie year. Doesn't have one yet.
2.
That's 2.
Spenny said 2.
Yeah.
Come on, easy.
I
Come on,
literally
give me
was
some
gonna
juice here. Give me some juice.
I mean, if I can't say 2, I'll say 1. He
Oh,
doesn't turn
damn,
around for the
worse.
ball, bro. He doesn't turn around for the ball.
That's what he's practicing on the bye week.
But I'm not complaining, by the way, too.
Chase, how many picks?
For the season, Terrion Arnold,
Yes, for the last 13 games of the year.
I'm going to call for 2.
God damn. All right. Easy.
Booth boy, I got 4. I got 4 on it.
Okay, hold
let's
on.
get
I know
butter.
why you're mad. Because you got the bet. You
got
want
the bet,
to
yeah.
hear
I
more.
want to hear
Yeah.
some juice. Come on.
So what do you got? And be for real.
Nick, sorry, I've been trying to work on clips.
Yeah, no, you're good. It was a bet for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Being for real, I say I think he gets 4. I think he gets hot.
And are you just saying that because you're bet? You're trying to
No, if I was
speak
for
into
my
existence?
bet, I would say 5.
Because even watching him, I just don't feel like he plays.
I think
Unless it were a bad ball, obviously that shit like that happens.
getting the amount of times I've seen receivers running into him, bro, trying to get that PI call, and it's obviously working. I think if that turns around, and it's just getting his head
Yeah.
around, that's an interception.
I love Terrion. He just doesn't play the ball, so I can't really give him a high interception number.
4 picks, book it, Rookie of the Year.
I would love
and
that, by the way.
Loading.
Loaded.
How many did Slay have his rookie year? I don't know if he started that many games, to be fair.
I think 4 picks is aggressive.
It's
Yeah.
extremely aggressive. It's one every
4 games.
3 games.
3 games, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. I like what I'm seeing out of Terrion. I'm not going to put any pressure on him because I didn't put any bets down on him, but
4 is actually bro. That's like a lot
that's a lot.
for like anybody, not just a rookie.
How many does? I mean, Kirby's
got 3
3
right
and
now.
He
4.
plays safety.
He's got 3 and 4.
Safety. It's easier to get interceptions than
Yeah,
safety.
you're like kind of waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets his head around. Shit, after the bye week, like Spenny said, in Dallas.
Like
Come
I
on.
said, he needs
2 of them
to
things.
he needs to start playing the ball more than the receiver. That'll
Yeah.
cut down on his penalties and it'll give him the chance to get an interception.
I'll say this though, real quick. I had concerns about his speed, and it's shown when he lacks phase, when he gets lost his zone. However, he's got the Brian Branch hips where
Yeah.
it makes up for it.
He
Like,
makes
he's a
up for it
tremendous
for sure.
athlete
It's
all
those
around.
Bama boys, man.
And
They're coached
fellas,
up right.
we've
Hips don't lie, baby.
we've gone against vet quarterbacks so far, fellas.
Yeah.
We haven't gone against Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I know we play
Yes.
a few other rookies. Let's go. That's where it comes in.
Do we play the
Let's
Panthers this
go.
year?
Yes, Andy Dalton, Bryce Young.
We-
Who I don't care who it is.
play
Terrion's
the
picking
Panthers
them
this
Do
off.
we play them this year?
Yeah, I believe so. At
Oh,
home.
we don't play the
Oh.
Panthers.
Was that last year when we played them at home?
Yeah, we played
We
them
don't
last
play
year at
them
home.
this year.
We
All
play.
right,
We play.
Titans, Will
We play.
Levis.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Is he
play the
getting a
shitty
pick?
poopy Titans.
Yeah.
Shitty poopy Jaguars. Is he
Shitty
getting a
poopy
pick there?
Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence
Colts?
sucks.
Colts are in there.
Yeah, shitty poopy Colts.
Caleb Williams twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dude. Aiden Hutchinson I would make a bet that in the games combined against Jacksonville, Dallas, and both Bears games, Aiden Hutchinson has more sacks in those 4 games than anybody else does on the Lions team the entire year. In those 4 games, Hutch will have more sacks than the second most sack getter on the Lions the entire year combined.
Well, if they end up trading for
I
a
don't
dog.
hate that.
Unless they trade. Well, then I'd
Speaking-
hope I'm wrong. But I think Hutch will have like 8 sacks in those 4
Jesus.
games. Dude,
Fellas.
with how bad the Bears' offensive line is, Trevor Lawrence has been running for his life. Dak Prescott is only going to be able to sit back there and throw, and his offensive line has been shit. I could see him getting 8 sacks in those 4 games.